to the city, and I'm never gonna get.
And welcome to Homegrown USA, guys. We demand the truth. We read our Bibles and home remedies work. I was working on a show for you guys, and something came across my radar, and I thought this is too important not to show you guys. So let's just get to it. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and when you see this morning, noon, or night, you guys are having a blessed day. So on that note, I was sitting here and I was trying to get a show out. I've recorded it. I was going to go live with it, and nothing would really fit. It was like I was missing a piece of the puzzle. And as everyone seemed to be watching the storm and watching the seeds from China and all the stuff, I just went and found peace, and I'm going to show you what I found. For the short show that we have, I'm going to call this Free Man. So this is Free Man. I was going through my phone, a little frustrated, and I came across an article. It says 23 million federally funded contract with Insight Global. So Insight Global is a company. Recruit, hire, and train 100 people. Here it says full and part-time positions. And I'm like, whoa, $23 million is a lot of money. So they're putting $23 million up. They're paying Insight Global to recruit, train, and hire these people, these contact tracing people. So I was led from there to, as everyone knows, right? You put in the Google contact tracing jobs. And if you guys are looking for a job, man, $18 to $42 an hour, they're everywhere. These people that are going to be contact tracing us. And hey, you never know. It could be a good thing, right? But this is the next rabbit hole I was led down. So Freeman, yeah, I noticed Freeman. And I'm telling you guys, it had to be 100% it had to be God, because I would have not have looked this up. I wouldn't have looked it up. So on that note, I would like to give all the credit and glory to God and to you guys, because that's how stuff comes in the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because you guys aren't going to want to miss the next show. It ties in with everything that I'm showing you. So hit the subscribe button and make sure the bell's notified. A little hint: if you unsubscribe to all the channels you're not watching, you will get the notifications. Back to Freeman. Okay, so Freeman here is doing some interesting things. So Freeman Jobs. Okay, discover Freeman Jobs. Start your search now. 2,518 Freeman jobs available. That's interesting, right? Oh, wow. Okay, so it ties in with Freeman careers, main content, and this right here is completely tied in with it, and I'll show you what I mean. So we got Freeman Jobs in Florida, guys. You guys down in Florida, we got 182 of these people coming out there. Yeah, and Texas right here. Yeah, Freeman Jobs are going to be in Texas too. Not only that, but by the end of this, I'm going to show you the states it's going to be in. Okay, so emergency management, that's a good job, right? Okay, Freeman Jobs employment in Dallas openings. Okay, 162 Freeman jobs available in Virginia. 20 best Freeman jobs, 1,675 Freeman jobs available, 161 Freeman, and these are the top apps that you go to when you get a job. You guys, this is really actually insane. So I was scrolling down through here just to see, there's a lot of people right now, that don't have jobs, and this might be a really good opportunity. Glassdoor. So Glassdoor, Indeed.com, all these. Check this out. Okay, contact specialist. Freeman has a contact specialist. Well, gee, that sounds exactly like someone that would do, this job, right? I can't say with all certainty, but contact specialist? That's pretty interesting. So where do they need that? That's in Maryland. Okay, so here's Texas. We got pages and pages and pages of this. DC, they're hiring a risk analysis. That's a pretty good job right there, I bet. 46K to 81K. That's out in Oakland. You guys, here's Denton, Texas. So we got emergency management specialist. That sounds pretty cool, right? 10 days ago. And you, yeah, look at all these jobs that opened up. Federal Disaster and Recovery Officer Type 2, Federal Officer Type 1, Emergency Management. You guys, these guys are like hiring everywhere. So you would think that that's like a great thing. You know what I mean? Right? Time to get a job. I mean, it is unbelievable how many people that this company is hiring. And I'm going to show you the states here in a second. So I came through this and I'm like, okay, so Deputy Disaster Recovery Coordinator. Okay, just type that in, because the jobs I'll show you are you can't count them all. Deputy Federal Disaster Recovery Coordinator. Okay, they want this. This is a good job. 130 to 160,000 a year. Here's a Freeman, Pennsylvania Disaster Recovery Specialist. Quickly apply. You know, Austin, Texas, $54,000 to $72,000 a year for a grant accountant. They got engineers, and you guys, the list goes on and on and on. So I was led to this. These are all the categories that you have. So this company is hiring accountants, appraisers. I mean, here's the biologists. They're hiring all this stuff. Engineering technicians. They're hiring geologists. They're hiring health scientists. And you guys can read the list. I'll kind of like set it here and you can pause it and read it. Freeman Disaster Recovery and Support. I'm sorry. Freeman, PA Disaster Recovery Specialist. This is Georgia. Okay, Human Services. They have grief counselors in here. So if anybody's in, having any grief, you got some grief counselors. You got all kinds of interesting stuff. Economic Disaster and Recovery Coordinator. This is in Texas. Emergency Management Focused Opportunities. They got Freeman, PA Disaster. You guys get the point. And this list goes on and on and on. Down here's one I have highlighted. Experience Freeman Public Assistant Workers. Freeman Deputy Federal Disaster Recovery Coordinator. That looks like a pretty cool job. $130,000, $160,000 a year. Here's Texas. Site inspectors. We got Freeman Public Assistant Workers. It's just insane. Disaster Housing and Supply Chain Planners nationwide. And like I said, this blew up, and a lot of these articles and these jobs just came out about 5 days ago till today, just when we were getting all the crazy stuff, like seeds from China, the hurricane and all that. So if you just come up here and type in Freeman jobs, you guys are going to find a million of them. And if you type that in, you can type in your state and see exactly how many are in your state. Now, this was kind of interesting. It's hooked in with Google. So Freeman Public Assistance, PA Program Director, Practice Leader. And these are all the sources that are advertising the Freeman Disaster Recovery. There's Raleigh, North Carolina, and 27 others. Interesting. Apply now. And it goes through the job description, and the job description is everything you need. But if you come up here, look at all the things they need. So they got sales and retail, healthcare, human resources, customer service. You can go to business operations and watch what comes up. Freeman. So there you guys have it. I was like, oh my gosh, they even have a map of all the places that they visit. These are the places that they visit. So if you want a job in Seattle, or let's say Boston, you would be like working for Freeman, and you would be working in Section 1. because some of the titles tell you what section it is. Kind of interesting, huh? So I actually went under their website and I wanted to see what it says, and it says Freeman consistently seeks talented and hardworking people who are eager to assist disaster survivors. I find that interesting to do. That would be just so much fun. And look at the states, guys. We got Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Denver, Washington, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, New York, Dallas. So this is for a supply specialist. So if you scroll down here, we've got all kinds of stuff. But look at the states: Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Denver, Washington, District of Columbia. You guys, please subscribe and please share this. Get this out so some other people can look for some jobs. Emergency management specialist. Here you go. Here's your states. Okay. So, yeah, this is the stuff that's going on. Now it says a whole list. This doesn't stop. And they're putting them up. The way they're doing this that I see is they're putting the jobs up and posting new ones all the time. Like, so here's an emergency management specialist. So there's brand new jobs right here. Some emergency management specialists. You got Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Denver, Washington, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, New York, and Dallas. $30 to $41 an hour. So you guys definitely go check that out. And I was working on a show, and the reason I said hurricanes are a huge deal, but there was a time in history, the time that the world stopped turning, I guess, and in that time we were watching a hurricane, and his name was Aaron. And for 4 or 5 days all we did was talk about that hurricane. And let's look at its path. It came over like they all do, and as soon as it got near Puerto Rico, every single hurricane does this. It made a complete right angle. See that? They all do that. That's normal. And then it like zigzagged like this. So this is just, and then, which is really kind of cool how weather works, it parked itself right outside of Manhattan. And it sat there the entire time everything went down. And if you guys remember, you would hear people say, the Lord carried me a whole block. I remember the guy's face on the news. He was like, oh my gosh, I think like God lifted me up and carried me. And then there was another guy, I can't remember, but he was like, I was running down the stairs. It was like the hand of God like was under me, and he put me down under that stairwell, right? Yeah. Well, there was a hurricane happening the entire time, and most people don't know that. So the names, the hurricanes, and what's going on with these things, typically, sometimes, not always, hurricanes come with some pretty interesting surprises, don't they? Very interesting. So yeah, and then after it stayed right there, it just made a U-turn and decided to leave. And as it did, the screen went all fuzzy. You see that? Like some kind of electrical interference, and yeah, it went down. Moving right along, I am going to show you this, and this is kind of interesting also.
There's a static field and an energy system that's outside of a hurricane that causes dry thunder. So we know that that field existed there. That's the route it took. And for 4 days straight, came right to New York City, 8 o'clock in the morning, reporting for duty, sir. It stopped like it pulled up to a chalk line, and then that afternoon it headed out of town.
So I find that kind of interesting, because this whole time I remember that week very clearly. Like it was coming, and they didn't know what to do, honestly. They were like, well, is it going to hit Manhattan? Like Manhattan's, very low lying. And thankful it didn't. I mean, thankful it made this, right hand turn and got out of there. You guys can go to Freeman and look up a job. They're hiring by the 1,000, and please pass this video on. May the Lord bless you, keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. You guys, the next show I'm working on has to do with this stuff, so if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I am pulling out all kinds of information on this thing we're dealing with right now, the thing that we just cannot stop talking about. The news has it in our face all the time, and there's already some strange things happening.
Careful who you cross, careful who you test. Give me your worst and you'll get my best. 'Cause I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. Careful, I'm a lion, don't test my pride. Standing like a mountain, looking the devil right in his eyes. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Fighter. Got no limits, I got no fears. Only got my blood, my sweat, and my tears. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, I rise up. Like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, I rise up. Like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day